From Nashville, Tennessee, it's the Cameo Bobo Show live in Music City with host Cameo Bobo. With guests Dr. Ben Tankard, Kenny Smoove, Sissy Brown, Sean Good, Khristal witta. With co-host Janard Cross.
And now, your host, Miss Cameo Bobo.
Guys, thank y'all so much. Y'all can be seated. All of the energy. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm actually thrilled that you guys decided to spend your evening with me at the Cameo Bobo Show live in Music City. We about to have a good time. Are y'all ready for this? So let me tell you guys about this lineup I have for you guys today. First up, we have the godfather of jazz and gospel, a multi-platinum artist by the name of Dr. Ben Tankard. Okay, give it up for him, y'all. Next up, we have Nashville radio icons who are from the 92Q Kenny Smoove morning show. Are y'all familiar with that morning show? Yeah. Last but not least, we also, here on the show, we like to show appreciation and let you guys know that we really appreciate all the support that you guys give us. From coming to the show in the studio, from watching the show online, and also, even just when you give us feedback, when you comment on my posts, when you comment on the YouTube page, it really, really means so much to me, and it helps me and inspires me to keep going. So we want to do something special for you guys, and we want to shout you guys out. Janard, we have put together some feedback of what they've been saying about the show.
But before I get into that feedback, I want to give you some feedback.
Tell me.
That look you got on is giving. It's giving fashion. Go ahead and spin for the people. It's giving blessed by God and fearfully and wonderfully made. Fun.
How about body by God? You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
He did create me, you know, fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes.
And everything he does it well.
You better know it.
So, Cameo, and on to other feedback.
Okay.
We have Sheikah from our studio audience. I really enjoyed the Cameo Bobo show. I really enjoyed comedian Rhonda, Dola White, and DJ 718.
Okay.
I especially enjoyed the host, Miss Cameo Bobo herself.
Oh, thank you, Sheikah.
All righty. Kristen, Cameo said, I absolutely adore the Cameo Bobo show. It's hands down my favorite late night TV show. The live performances are always great, and the interviews are always filled with great insights. And trivia,
okay, that's a shout out for you, Janard.
And it adds an extra layer of excitement to the show.
I love it. Well, give it up for the feedback, guys. And if you want to be shouted out, all you got to do is text us, leave feedback, and we'll reach and shout you out on air one time. Right, Janard?
That's right.
All right. So we'll be right back after this commercial break, guys, with my first guest, Ben Tankard. Give it up for him, guys.
Hey guys, it's your host, Cameo Bobo. Are you enjoying the show? We love to hear your feedback. Please send us a text at 321-471-3976. Also, follow us on Instagram at Cameo Bobo Show. And if you're watching this from YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe to our page. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, guys. All right. On tonight's show, we have a true Renaissance man in the house, okay? He is a jazz and gospel sensation, a platinum hit maker, an author, reality star, pastor, loving father, husband, and so much more. Please help me welcome the amazing Ben Tankard to the show. Thank you for being here, Dr. Ben. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
So let's hop right into this thing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I heard an interview where you said you were 6 foot 6 inches in the 6th grade. Is that true?
Child, I can't tell you how many times people looked up at me and said, how many years you stayed back? But I wasn't dumb. I was just tall.
Wow.
And I was raised in a very, very poor environment down in Florida. My parents were on public assistance.
Okay.
And I'm 6'6" by the time I'm in the 6th grade.
Wow.
And so everybody, of course, was saying, hey, you got to play ball.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be your way
Right.
out of the hood. And I played ball. I was good at it. But I really loved music.
Okay.
I played tuba in the band.
So how did you develop your love for music? Was your mother a musician? How did that?
Both of my parents were musicians,
Okay.
not professional, but they
Yeah, they had a
played
love for
and
music.
sung.
Okay.
Both were ministers. And then
Okay.
I played drums in church, played tuba in the band. In fact, when I got ready to graduate from high school, I had 30 scholarship offers for tuba
Wow.
and 30 scholarship offers for basketball.
Wow.
So to be in the projects,
Wow.
in the hood, and have 60 opportunities, that was favor on my life from the get-go.
Wow. Give it up for 'em. Wow. So how did you decide to go with basketball?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I asked my dad, I said, Dad, which scholarship should I take? And I'm wanting him to tell me music, because that's what my heart is.
That's where your passion, yeah.
My dad said, son, you follow your heart, but let me ask you a question. How many people gonna call you in the studio to cut some tuba tracks on their album? You're gonna starve as a
Good
tuba player.
question. Good
So
question.
I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I know I'm a mama's boy.
Okay.
So I know Mom
So
would agree
hers
with
was gonna be,
I know
yeah.
she's gonna agree with.
Okay.
I said, Mom, tell Daddy what I should do. My mama said, son, you tall, you black, we poor, play ball. And so initially, I approached life from the standpoint of pleasing others.
Okay. That's good.
My heart was music, but others around me were looking for a way for me to come back
Yeah.
and bless them.
Yeah.
So
They were trying to
said,
ride
play
with you.
ball, because you can get us out of this trail and get us out of these projects, And so I did go play ball, but I dropped out of college after 1 year to go pro.
Wow.
And I got to Canada and played.
You were really good.
I was pretty good.
Yeah.
Shooting guard.
Yeah.
And 6'6", though, I was the shortest guy on the team.
Wow. Yeah.
And because, NBA, that's 7
7
feet.
feet.
And so I went and played minor league in Canada, and then had the opportunity to go play with Portland Trailblazers.
Awesome.
But now my testimony starts.
Okay.
Because
Tell us.
I get injured and cut from the team.
Wow. How long had you been on the team before you got injured?
3 weeks.
Wow.
So never saw a game.
Wow.
And so they had 50 guys waiting to walk on and take my place. They wasn't going to wait for me to get my healing from the
Yeah.
Holy Ghost. Can you imagine being raised on food stamps and in poverty, and then get an opportunity to play
Yeah.
professionally, and then with the pop of a knee,
Wow.
it's over.
Wow.
So they sent me home. I was so depressed.
Oh, you went. It was.
They sent me home.
Wow.
You're waived. Now, I used to think waived meant the NBA set you aside and they still paid you,
Okay.
but they waived the right to play you. I soon learned that waive in the NBA, it's the same thing, W-A-I-V-E, waive in the NBA. It's the same thing as outside the NBA, W-A-V-E. Waived means you out of here.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go home.
Yeah, but you gotta get up out of here.
But you got to get up out of here. And so that brought on depression.
Wow.
That brought on depression. You know how it is when you think you fitting to get
Yeah.
some money. I put all my eggs in that basket. So when I went to the NBA, I spent everything because I figured I'm going to get checks.
Yeah.
So when they kicked me off the team, I got home, lights off, gas off, heat is off, artificial flowers were dying.
Wow.
And I made a decision. I decided to go to church.
Okay. Okay.
And I didn't go to church because I loved God. It was a 3-week Pentecostal revival was going on.
And you gonna play the drums?
I went to church because I knew they would have chicken dinners.
Oh.
And I went to
You
get
trying to get a good plate?
I went to get a chicken sandwich and messed around and got saved.
Wow. Wow. Give it up for him, guys. And so when you got saved, is it right that you also just learned how to
That's
were
when the
anointed
piano
to?
gift came. And so I went to this service and got saved, and the minister said, come up here, God has a new destiny for your life.
Wow.
Told me to sit on the keys. I put my hands on the keys. He prayed for me, put oil on my head. My head didn't need no oil, I had a Jerry curl. I had a soul glow. That's another story. But he anointed my hands, and I began to play the first time like a professional jazz musician.
Wow.
So that was 30 years ago, but that
Wow.
was 15 gold records ago.
15 gold records. How many problems.
I've recorded 22 albums.
Wow.
I have 15 gold, 6 platinum. I have 21 Stellar Awards. I have 8 Dove nominations, 3 Grammy nominations. I have homes in 5 states, 9 cars, 2 airplanes, and I'm a pilot.
Wow, give it up, give it up, give it up. But Dr. Ben, we're going to let you inspire us a little bit more when we come back from this commercial break. That is awesome. All right, we'll be right back, guys. That was awesome. Look at God.
The Cameo Bobo Show is now offering the following advertisement options: TV commercial spots, email promotion to over 1,500 potential customers, social media promotion to over 4,300 monthly users. It's time to elevate your brand and get in front of a diverse audience. Secure your advertisement today by visiting CameoBoboShow.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the show, guys. We are here with my guest, Ben Tankard. So, Dr. Ben, you have a new record called Shine. Tell us all about that.
The record is called Shine because I believe that it is your season.
All right, give
It's
it
your
up.
season.
I receive it.
It's your season.
I receive it.
It is time for you to shine. Philosophy is this. Patience, the word wait, they that wait upon the Lord. People think that means chill, but that wait is actually the root word of waiter or waitress. So when you reread that, it's they that serve upon the Lord.
Come on.
They're going to renew their strength. They're going to do all the blessings, but not those who chill, but those who say, Lord, may I take your order.
I love that.
So if you serve and just wait your season, because from the time I got saved and anointed the place to the time you guys found out about me, there was a 5-year period of no job as a musician. I was a dog catcher.
Wow.
Just like David was anointed to be king,
he had to
but there was 13 years he still had to tend the sheep. I had to tend dogs.
Wow.
But now.
Look at you. Look at you. Give it up for Dr. Ben. You also have a network called Smoov Life TV, and that is what the Cameo Bobo Show airs on.
I'm super excited. We did 3 seasons with the Bravo Network with Thicker Than Water, the Tankards.
Yes. Did you guys see that show?
#1 reality show.
#1 reality show.
And then Bravo started telling us stuff like, well, to keep going with us, you're going to have to turn the heat up.
Oh, they want drama.
That was code for act a fool.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a pastor. I'm not going to be throwing water on my wife. And my wife is from Detroit. I ain't got the kind of wife I can throw water. I'd be
you don't want no problem.
And so we had to pull away from Bravo, but we still thought we had an audience that wanted to see what was going on behind the scene for the Tankards. Yeah. So we formed Smoov Life Network, our own network.
Yes.
And you can see season 4, our new season of Thicker Than Water.
Okay.
And the Cameo show, Cameo Bobo show on Smoov Life Network. Just download it on your app.
Yeah. All right, lastly, Dr. Ben, would you give a word to someone who is in a tough place?
Such a good question. More than anything, don't feel like you got to do it by yourself. Because if you knew how to do it yourself, you would have did it before now.
You better preach.
Even Michael Jordan, even LeBron James has a coach. Everyone needs a coach. So find somebody who has already walked in those steps and experienced what you're believing for, and they won't be intimidated by your current challenges.
That's good.
They'll be able to lead you out of the wilderness to your promised land. But you got to be obedient, and you got to listen, and you got to shut your mouth and get before God.
I love it. Well, Dr. Ben, this has been amazing. Thank
I'm so
you so
proud
much.
of you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for agreeing to be on our network. I know you're all over everywhere else, but thank you for lending your talents to us, because we jumping on your skirt strings, because you're going to take us to Hollywood.
And with that, we're going to commercial break. We'll be right back with the 92Q Morning Show. Give it up for Dr. Ben one more time, guys. Guests are the force behind the award-winning Kenny Smoove 92Q Morning Show. Please help me welcome Kenny Smoove, Sissy Brown, Sean Good, and Khristal witta to the show. Okay. Welcome, guys. I'm so excited that you guys are here.
Thank you.
Y'all are looking so good. Listen, I want to tell you guys that you guys are inspiring us every morning by doing the 92Q Morning Show.
Thank you.
It is something that I think our city needed. We needed something here that was us and talked about us. And I just love Annie, I love the little songs y'all do and everything. So tell me, how did y'all get started? Who came up with the idea and why did y'all do this?
Man, it's kind of a two-lane story because I was already doing a bunch of different things. I've hosted at the Billboard Awards, Grammys, American Music Awards, and was really kind of representing our company on the urban side of the business. And then, so you're kind of getting in front of the people that are the decision makers.
Okay.
And then, you know, Sissy Brown had for a while been pursuing trying to get something to happen on the radio. And so I do this thing where I'm like, well, if you want to do it, you know, send me some audio, some tape or whatever. And it's really kind of to blow you off because if you don't hustle, you can't work for me.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't send me the tape, I know that you're not serious. She never sent me a damn tape. So,
I didn't know what it was.
But she was smart. She's a hustler, right? So she was smart enough to see an opportunity when Facebook Live started. An opportunity came for us. She was like, well, let's try to do a show on there. And then I was like, you know what? It wouldn't cost me anything, wouldn't hurt the radio. Because you can make all your mistakes on Facebook Live. I can train you, teach you, coach you up.
I love it.
And so we were doing that for a couple of years.
Wow. I remember that.
We were doing that for a couple of years. And so the bosses started watching it.
Wow.
We didn't even know.
Look
and
at
so
that.
Tom Joyner was about to retire. You know, I got called into a meeting and they were like, look, you've been doing all this other stuff. We've been watching you guys on Facebook. You think you guys can put together a show with what you got? And so when I said, you know, I thought about it first, 'cause I'm like, man, 3 o'clock in the morning is not the business.
That's some work, okay? It's new level.
So let me think about it. And then I talked to the guys, and then C-Dub was with us at the time, and he heard about it. He was like, I want to be a part of it. So Dub came in, and then we put it together.
Wow, give it up for them, guys. So how did you bring in Sean and Khristal?
So those are transition things. Like I said, Dub was with us. Dub right now is the proprietor, the owner of Streets 94.5. So he wanted to he wanted to try to do his own thing. And then at the time, Sean used to work with us a while back. You know, if you guys remember the legendary Connie Donnell who's passed.
Yes.
Sean used to be her producer. Yeah, give it up for Connie.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay.
Sean used to work with Connie. And so he left, and when he wanted to come back to Nashville, and Dub was kind of looking at his transition, so that just happened. We had Sleazy with us on the show, and Sleazy, same thing. He wanted to do some different stuff, wanted to go back to comedy, do his thing.
Okay.
And so then Khristal had sit in a few times for him, and she was hilarious.
Yeah.
So then we brought Khristal in.
Come on.
And now we have two ladies.
Now
Now we have two
dream
ladies.
team. Okay, that's how y'all got the dream team.
Right. So you know, Proverbs 18:16 says, your talents will make room.
Yes.
You know, and that's what always happens. Like the room gets made. We don't, so I never believe that I steer it. I just show up, and it's gonna happen.
I love it. I love it. So tell us, Sissy, what is the vision for this show? Like, what do y'all want to do moving forward with the show? What do you want to do?
We want to be your best friends.
I love
We want to be your best friend. You listen to us on the radio like we're sitting down having coffee, having lunch, having brunch, and just having conversation to the point where you're really comfortable. And that's the thing with a lot of morning shows. They just go and they just tell the jokes, give the news and everything. We like to engage our listeners. And so in doing that, we want it to grow nationally.
I love
so
it.
the goal
Yes, so
and the mission
national
of this
syndicated.
show is syndication across the country, like the D.L. Hugleys, like the Steve Harveys, like the Ricky Smileys. The Kenny Smoove Morning Show is going to be in that mix.
Come on, give it up for them, guys. Tell us, Sean, what do we need to do as a community here in Nashville to make sure that your show is syndicated? What do we need to do?
I mean, just tell everybody.
Okay.
Tell everybody that you
Okay.
know. Make sure that you got our app. Just make sure that you got the app. That way you can always listen, and just tell a friend and have them tell a friend. That's the most important thing, because the more people that are listening and participating and paying attention and following us on Instagram and just sharing our videos, that's what's going to really, really elevate us
I love it.
and get us to that syndication.
Yeah, because I know y'all do the YouTube video. Do y'all do Facebook Live?
Yep.
We do
So
everything.
do
you
all
know,
of
as the viewers are watching, you know, if you first of all, follow the 92Q Morning Show, follow their pages, follow all their social media, and share their content. Like, just share it. That's gonna spread the word.
Right,
you know,
right.
we can't. A lot of people say, "Oh, social media, but it's the new news."
It is.
It's the new news.
absolutely is.
So anytime you share, you like, and comment, that really helps push them.
Right,
And wouldn't we be so proud to be in New York and cut on a radio show at 6 a.m. and hear our people's on the radio representing South? Okay? And it can happen if we all support each other.
Yep.
All right, Khristal. So you're the newbie on the show, right? Right. But you bring all the jokes in the comedy. I heard you make that joke about macaroni and cheese before Thanksgiving. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like the show has given to Nashville that had been missing before you guys came?
Man, a lot, especially to the urban community, because like for a while it was just one set station for them, but then they brought the R&B and the throwbacks, you know, so we don't have to listen to rap all the time, especially the same songs over and over and over again. So when they brought back the R&B and the throwbacks and stuff, it made us go back to our teenage years too, because they always play a song that make you remember one place where you was at and what you was doing, no matter what it was, you know, but you always remember something from the music that they play on the station, and I love that.
I love that too. And I want to give you guys another accolade. I was listening yesterday to the show, and some caller called in and had some things to say, and you guys really just addressed it. And, you know, I thought, man, you know, they're such genuine and authentic people to want to do that. So, Kenny Smoove, how important is it for you to make sure that the community knows that this morning show is for us and, you know, supporting us?
Right. I mean, the first thing that I do is I say it. But that's the thing about that's the thing about having this morning show. You were talking about the impact, is that we're taking that front page news. When you turn it to 92Q, it's in your house now. You're talking about it with your cousins and your moms and your sisters. It's different. For hearing a story when Sissy Brown does it is different than hearing it on News Channel 5. So we take that seriously, and being able to drive that on a morning show every morning and getting people to talk about it and water cooler talk and Facebook and Instagram posts, it's impacting. It's really important.
And that's what we want as far as community, because a lot of people go, oh, you're out in the community. We're on stage at Bridgestone, but we're also out in the community with our hearts as well.
And I know that's to be true. Okay, give it up for them guys. All right, so tell our audience and viewers how we can listen to the show and what time it comes on.
We're on every weekday morning, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can check us out if you're streaming on all streaming platforms.
And we're live every morning on YouTube.
And of course on 92.1 on your radio.
All right, I love it. Well, one more question. Will you guys stay and play a game of trivia with me?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's our turn. Wait a minute. Are y'all competitive? Because y'all always testing everybody else.
I know. We always got the answers.
Yeah, we don't have the answers today.
We've been
We'll be
looking
right
at
back
the
after this break, guys. Give it up for them one more time. A good competitive game of trivia. So now we are getting ready to play It's Your Year Trivia with our host, Janard Cross.
What up, y'all? What up? So, Cameo, I'm so excited to play with the amazing 92Q Morning Show crew. Yes. I'm going to go over some quick rules, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So, I'm going to ask the question. At that point, we have the teams, the Battle of the Sexes. So, Cameo, Sissy, and Khristal are our diva queens.
That's right.
And
The winners.
Kenny and Sean are the bosses.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go.
What legendary musical artist went viral for saying y'all are lucky that I come out on the stage every night after being late to some of her tour shows?
Oh, man.
All right, so Kenny Smoove.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. What group was she touring with?
Did we
All
get
right.
it? Who got it?
All right, Sean. Okay, Diva Queens, to y'all just steal.
The Fugees.
All right, the Diva Queens.
He said Diva Queen.
I had my 5 seconds.
No, he said Diva. Did y'all hear Diva Queen?
Did you hear?
No, you had 2 seconds.
You
All
got
right,
your
so-
5
All right.
seconds. You
Okay,
got your
so
seconds.
Okay.
we gonna throw that one out.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, there you go.
I feel attacked.
Like on the radio.
Okay.
Wait a minute. We not gonna throw it out because it's Cameo show and I want my job. Diva Queens got that one. Moving on. What former NBA player is now known as the godfather of gospel jazz?
Gospel jazz.
All right, Kenny Smoove.
Bitch Aiken.
All right, he got it. He got it. What legendary artist songwriter had his set canceled on a tour with Anita Baker due to technical difficulties? Is that Sissy?
It was me.
All right,
Okay.
Sissy.
Babyface.
All right.
Yeah, you took too long.
That was 5
Alrighty.
seconds.
What iconic artist is known as the Queen of Funk? All righty, Sissy.
I know, if you don't know. Tina Turner.
Bosses.
No,
They don't know.
Shaka Khan. Let me rock you, Shaka Khan.
I wish I could say that.
That's all right. Y'all got a chance. Y'all got a chance for redemption. Okay. Y'all ready for redemption?
Yeah.
Okay. What band was she a part of before going solo? All right, Kenny.
Rufus.
Hey.
Yeah.
Correct. Shaka Khan was with Rufus before going solo. All right, moving right along. What artist with hits like Sweet Love and Body and Soul and Give Me the
Anita
Best I
Baker.
Got is known as the Queen of Quiet Storm R&B?
Anita Baker.
Yeah.
All righty. Good job, Sissy. What band was Anita Baker a part of before going solo?
I know it, but I don't even know.
Okay, Cameo's got it lit up.
Change.
Chapter 8.
Chapter
8. Okay, y'all. What group was the Queen of Rock Tina Turner part of before going solo? Kenny.
Ike Turner Band. Ike Turner Review.
The
There we go.
Tina Turner Review.
but he
All
that was
righty.
his second answer. Now. We gonna
Okay.
let y'all have that.
You got some rap on there.
Anyway, back in the 60s.
This is down your alley, Cameo.
Okay.
What famous basketball player is both known for numbers 23 and 45?
Did you get it? Okay.
All right, Miss Sissy. Correct. Give it a- All righty. What artist is known as the Empress of Soul? Kenny.
Bessie Smith.
Ladies, what artist is known as the Empress of Soul?
That was blues.
Mary J. Blige.
Gladys Knight. All right.
Can we come to 2000?
Okay.
What about the 99 and the 2000?
I'll get there by the next show. All right.
About the next show.
Here we go. What group was Gladys Knight a part of before she went?
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
All right.
Okay, what's the score?
The boss is 4, the Queen Divas 3. What artist is known as the Godmother of Soul?
Godmother.
The Godmother.
Yeah.
Godmother of Soul.
Let me-
This is Titles Day, ladies and gentlemen. Get into it.
Godmother. So.
Okay, say that.
Patti LaBelle.
Amen. Give them a wow. Give them a praise. All righty. We got a tie, 4 and 4. All
right, here we go.
Now,
Wait,
here we go.
All right, we got to
Here we go. Okay.
Reset.
Here we go.
Okay.
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 What group was Patti LaBelle a part of before going solo? Sissy.
I get 5 seconds.
No, you get 2 seconds.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The bells.
LaBelle.
Yeah, that's it. Hey!
Okay.
Hey! Hey!
All right.
Congratulations to the bosses.
That's right.
The bosses now hold the title of the It's My Year.
It's my year.
They
It's
hold
my-
the It's My Year title. Give it up for the bosses.
And we ahead for battle of the sexes.
We'll have a rematch. We'll have a rematch, guys. We'll have a rematch.
And then can we go into the 2000?
Yeah, we'll have a rematch with hip hop and R&B. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the show, guys. It is now time for me to give you guys a moment of motivation. And I want to explain to you guys why I do this. I really feel like a lot of times we can get into that place of being hopeless. We can get into that place of being weary. We can get into that place of being depressed. We can get into that place of being like unmotivated. And I just want to use my time and my platform to encourage and motivate people. I want to make sure that on my shows, I interview, I inspire, I motivate, we have fun, we laugh, we have good entertainment, but at the end of the show, you guys feel motivated and inspired to go on and be great in life. So today I'm gonna share you guys a little bit of my personal testimony. When I was in college, I didn't drink until I got to college, but when I got to college, I started drinking alcohol. I remember weekends, I would get out of class, I would go straight to the liquor store and I would get me a bottle of Parmesan, and I would go home and, honey, tear that thing up all night. Later on in college, I ended up getting pregnant with my son, and of course, I didn't drink during my pregnancy. But after I had my son, Kyrie, it was a whole year that I breastfed, so I didn't drink alcohol or anything during that time. But as soon as I stopped breastfeeding, I was like, I need a drink. So, you know, the first time that I went out, my friend at that time was working for BG. They used to be with the Hot Boys, and we were on a tour with him, and we went to backstage. And you know how when celebrities are backstage, they have like I forgot what they call it, but they bring all of the stuff that they want into the room. And so he had chose his liquor, and it was like a lot of liquor left, but it was Parmesan there. He was like, you can have it. I opened up that thing and drank that Parmesan, and I drank that whole bottle. So the next time I went out with my friends, we went to an event, and there was a champagne fountain, and it was free. And so I stayed at that champagne fountain all night, and I left there drunk again. It's just like God started talking to me, you know, and he was like, you know, it's something else why you're doing this. And so long story short, I just started getting the desire that I need to let that go. And I really didn't know why, but I feel like it was something that I wasn't able to control. So I decided to just let it go, because I think if I had just continued to explore it, I would have been like a closet alcoholic or something. And so once I let that habit go, God started showing me that I was angry, dealing with depression, and he was telling me what the issues were, and he was telling me what I needed to do to get healing and to get better. And I started doing those things, and I grew on and, you know, kept walking it out and, you know, just telling people, you know, I don't drink anymore, this, that, and the other, and just standing up for myself even when people be like, why are you doing that? You know, why you don't want to drink? Take a shot, you know, just standing up for myself. He told me, he said, Cameo, he said, if you would have kept drinking, if you would have kept that attachment, I wouldn't have been able to move and work in your life like I'm able to work in your life right now. It was causing you not to be who I truly created you to be, because you were hiding your issues and your traumas behind that bottle. And I needed for you to deal with those traumas. I needed for you to heal from those traumas so that you could become the Cameo version that I created you to be. And I tell y'all that story because I don't know what your self-medication is. I don't know what you're doing in excess, but I encourage you to seek God and say, God, do I need to stop this? Do I need to pull back off of this so I can become a greater level of who I need to be? The only thing you need in this world to be the best version of yourself is God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. You don't need nothing else. Don't let nobody ever tell you you need anything else to show up in confidence and boldness and be courageous. That's all you need. That's all I got working in me when you see me doing all this. That's what's working. So I don't know what it is, and this might not be for everyone, and I'm not telling you to stop drinking or doing whatever you do. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm asking you, is what you're doing prohibiting you from truly walking in who God created you to be and taking it to new levels and inspiring others to do the same? So that is my moment of motivation. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here with me today. Thank you to my co-host, Janard Cross. Thank you to Kenny Smoove, Sissy Brown, Sean Good, and Khristal witta for being on the show. And my guest, Ben Tankard. It was just an amazing show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until then, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Cameo Bobo Show live in Music City. We'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts. Please reach out to us at cameobobo.com and hit that TV show link. Until then, we'll see you on the next episode.